Got to get it, Papa. Well, here I am, and I've been here before, and if you look way back, go back in the time machine, you can see me over here on it's on looked at on the 002, and I came here to visit a friend of mine, and there he is. Yeah, that's Clovis the crawfish, and he's popping out of his crawfish hole and he's waving his giant claw at me, and he's happy to see everybody because it's been a while since I've been here. But if you look back on that episode, you'll notice that I mentioned there's some stuff I wanted to do over here, but I couldn't do it because I got here at like 5:30 in the morning or something, and nothing was open. So I said, well, one day I'll come back, and here I am. And why I come back except to say hello to Clovis is for this. Look, Dad. Yep, right here behind Clovis and his crawfish hole house is the Eunice Depot Museum, and there's even a caboose over there, and we're gonna see. I think it's open today, so we're gonna try to go see what happens. If I can get inside, we're gonna see what happens. And look, Dad, that's a little Mardi Gras guy. He's chasing his chicken around. Oh, and there's one of those cornerstone deals, but I don't think that bank is around anymore, because otherwise the stone would still be attached to it. But let's see if we can go in. And here's some of those old Clovis Crawfish books. You got, see the one leaning over there? It's just like the one I have from when I was little, and they got all different ones from the collection. And somebody even did a little diorama of his friends in there, back there. And there's more. And this one right here is a 60th anniversary version of the very first one. Hard to believe it's 60 years. But there's a lot of stuff in here to see. Of course, since it's a depot, they do have some train things. Some little train cars. Now look down in there. Inside that big iron pot is a little living room. Now they got everything in there. They're getting ready to eat because they got that turkey in there. They got all kind of stuff ready to go. This is a neat little model of a farm, and there's a little information about it. And back in the day, this was kind of typical. Everybody had their stuff. Smokehouse. And look, they got a cistern up there to catch their water. All kinds of things. Local history. A lot of stuff kids used to do to have fun. Keep them out of trouble. You make card soldiers. You ever saw that? And this is neat. Somebody made a little stagecoach. And this little banner back here is interesting because that refers to the Army when they did maneuvers in Louisiana preparing for what could happen in World War II before they got involved with it. They did a big old maneuvers that basically took place in about half Louisiana, north of here, centered near Alexandria. And look that. It's a little kid. They made a little Philip Morris costume for him to wear. And yeah, Philip Morris was cigarettes back in the day. And they had a little guy, he looked like a little bellhop guy, a little messenger guy, and he'd come out and yell for Philip Morris. Somebody got inspired and made a little costume for a kid to wear like that. That might have been for Mardi Gras or something, who knows what the event that was. You don't see that too often. But around here you do see this kind of stuff. Had a call. Yum yum, that's good, that cures what ails you. And there he is, there's the man, Dudley LeBlanc. Come out with that. Look for it by name. See, how to call it. You got all your different versions of it. Capsules, and that's the drinking con, I think, in that tall box. So you can drink that and get all better and stuff. There's a little replica of the depot. Not entirely accurate and to scale, but it's a good homemade, handmade version. And that was a cool radio. And look that's a country Mardi Gras outfit there. And there's a cape for the captain, if you can kind of see his picture there. Captain of the Mardi Gras, they ride around on horses, and the captain usually has a cape and usually wears a cowboy hat and doesn't really wear one of the pointed hats like that. But that was his official uniform. Oh, and here we go. Here's some railroady stuff. Got some hats, engineer hat. There's some railroad spikeroos used to hold down the ties. And a few mugs and things like that. Some memorabilia. Say that 3 times fast. There's some telegraph stuff back there. And look those. Some insulators from the telegraph lines and the phone lines. Up on the telephone poles. Oh, and there's the shoe shine stand. So you can get your shoes all fixed up and shiny and pretty. Might be about time. They got all kind of stuff in there. Oh, look. There's a big old Mardi Gras outfit show. Luke died. All different kinds of country, Cajun, Mardi Gras stuff from out in the country. Picture these guys riding around on horses and stuff and coming around to your house out in the country, and they beg for ingredients to make a big gumbo. And so a lot of times people would have chickens and stuff. Look, see? They caught one. They caught a chicken. So they're gonna have some gumbo by the end of the day, if they make it back and they're not too drunk. So, well, that's some good Mardi Gras costumes. See, there's a little poster about it. Cajun style Mardi Gras. Hot dog. See what else we got. There's a couple of little things back there. There's an old camera. These some yearbooks. From Eunice High School, home of the Bobcats. And that's how I know that, because it's on there. But you can do some research here too. If you know somebody And you know what year they went to school there? You can find it. Now Southwestern, that's over in Lafayette. Used to be Southwestern Louisiana Institute. Then it was University of Southwestern Louisiana, and now it's just University of Louisiana. And they changed their mascots even more than they changed the name of the school. There's some old signs. Advertising back in the day. Boy, there's a big old Knights of Columbus banner up there. And look, y'all remember them? Campfire Girls. I don't know, they were affiliated with the Girl Scouts. I don't know what the connection was there, but I remember when they still had Campfire Girls and they would sell candies. And then the Girl Scouts came out with cookies and they had a big battle, and I think the Girl Scouts were ultimately victorious. But there are a lot of Campfire Girls stuff down here. They're all doing good stuff. You know, roughly the same kind of thing. Learning about skills and working together and stuff. And if you didn't know, on that license plate frame, they did have Campfire Boys too. So that's that. Now, there's some interesting kind of crafty kind of stuff here too. Like these are beading looms where you, I don't know how to do that, but a lot of people do. And here's a little small one. You make like a belt or a strap or something with that. And put all the little beads on there. That's some painstaking work, because look, here's my hand for scale. You can see how tiny those beads are. So you gotta have a good touch for that. But down in South Louisiana, years ago, there used to be a lot of cotton grown around here. And that's some examples of it. That's some cotton straight out of the field. Hadn't been cleaned and nothing's happened to it yet. But they would work it, and they can make things like this. Some blankets and stuff. And one of the things that's kind of making a comeback, there's a push for it. A lot of people are starting to do this again, is get their looms, get their spinning wheels and all that, and making things with brown cotton, which is kind of, I think, what this is made. Look, and there's some brown cotton. It's got a natural brown color to it. And back in the day, of course, they wanted a white, fresh looking cotton and everything. And the brown cotton was kind of looked down on a little bit, but the local people would make, it's all, the stuff is just as good, it's just a different color. But then they would mix different kinds and get different colors and stuff. And that's pretty cool. Brown cotton. Look that up and you can find a lot about that. But yeah, here we go in the other part. This is kind of the baggage area of this place. And oh, look those. Look those. I saw a couple of my friends up on the wall up there. Look at him. If you can see him. Can you see him? I don't know if you can see that too good. There you go. Look at that. But yeah, this part of the depot has a lot of the original trim and stuff as far as the woodwork goes. The frames go up, make those little points on top. Oh, my hand's in the way. There we go. See? But this is where your baggage would have passed through, and they would drag it out and throw it on the train and all that. It's gonna get me here. I don't want it to get me though. You got all kind of stuff back here. Because see, right down the street from here, they used to have a bottling company. And a lot of this kind of stuff came through that bottling company. UZO, I don't even remember that. 7-Up, I can remember that. And see the sign there? Eunice Bottling Company, because that's where we're at, is in Eunice. So now you know. But this is the place that's sitting there right behind the giant Clovis Crawfish statue. And it's a nice little local museum. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. And look, that's the back of Clovis's house right there. Yeah, there's another little interesting thing about the Depot Museum is it's actually, the depot wasn't really right here. I'm gonna sneak over to the kind of the backyard, because you can see right back there is the train tracks. They're real close. And the depot used to actually be on the other side of the train tracks. And to get it set up and everything, they moved it over here. And that's where it lives now. But the train still passes there from time to time, so it gets kind of loud. And there's some more tracks a little bit further away too, I think, if I remember right. Here I am. It's Pappy, reminding you to be sure and punch the subscribe button like this. Paya!